Oh, let's do it.
I pump those numbers out, those are rookie numbers in the track.
Gang, gang.
Juicy.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean?
Emotional damage.
You can't handle the truth.
Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. It is Monday, February 23rd. We got a little dump over the weekend, like we discussed on Friday. Thought we might see that happen. That is exactly what happened, but we also got some other news that came in over the weekend. Pretty much Trump saying, yeah, the rolling tariffs, don't worry about it. We're going to do even more. That gave some scare in the markets. And then also Trump made an announcement that very likely going to do an initial strike sometime this week on Iran. So we'll see how that goes. Plus, shout out to the Merca. Shout out to Merca winning the gold on hockey against Canada. So shout out to all my Canadian brethren out there. But if you guys are worried about that you may not be the hockey kings anymore, don't worry. In about 10 years, you guys will be the champions of cricket. So there you go. That's what's going to happen. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate everyone joining us here at the Morning Market Report here on Piper Academy. Guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Class is in session right here at the Piper Academy Network. I am Army Piper. We come at you live every Monday through Friday morning, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys news, charts, markets, headlines, everything you need to have knowledge, because knowledge is profit. As always, brought to you by Chart Problems. Jump over and take a look at the chat and give a shout out to everybody in here. And let's get into this news. We got Alexander G in the house. She said everything's fine. Everything's fine. That's what she said. Shout out to Alexander G, the mod queen. Robert Mulligan, Mike Play is in here with us. Curtis Hill. We got looks like I saw somebody. You know what it is. Yep, that's who we got in here. We got JR, our in-house trader over there at our Discord, guys. And Ballin Wallen. What's up, Eric Wallen? How you doing, man? I saw your reply back on X. I appreciate you. Buck's in here, my favorite crayon eater on the planet. Appreciate you being here, man, and many more. Usernames up here. So appreciate you guys joining us here. Right here at the Morning Market Report. Let's go ahead and jump in on the news. Let's get all this broke down. Actually, let's look at the chart first. Then we'll get into the news and talk about what it's looking like over there. What we need to know this week. Guys, we did get this little dump down. We did break outside of the symmetric triangle that we were talking about here, pulled right back up into it. But more importantly, let's talk about the fib level here that is currently holding us to port again. We did get our breakdown below. Broke down below here of this triangle, broke down below the 786, and now price has pulled back above, and it's trying to hold as support on the last two 4-hour candles here. You can see both of the wicks right there, wick and wick's wife. That's the blue one and the pink one, if you don't know. Sitting here at the 786, trying to hold it. We do have an uptrend arrow on the Oscillator Pro, but money flow still in the downward slope. I do think we have lower to go this week, guys. And as I said on the thumbnail, dumpster fire, I think we're going to see some lower levels this week. If we don't get lower levels this week, I think the market is poised for a temporary squeeze to the upside. So, what's up, OC guy? He said, dump it to Ciro. Ciro, we got OC guy in the chat, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. I hope you're doing okay down there, man. If you guys aren't tracking what's going on in Mexico, I'm sure you should be. One of their big Jacinto cartel leaders down there, a guy that I've built many packets on, so is my wife. We both worked in counter drug threat finance, and so yeah, this guy gone. He's no longer around, and the cartels are just acting out down there. So OC, I hope you're safe down there. I know it's like central, you're over there, but you know, hey, things happen, man. I just let us know if you need to bug out. You can come to Texas. You got that visa now. So shout out to my friends down there in Mexico. All right, let's get into the news. Well, actually, let's get back to the chart and then get into the news. One of the things that I am watching here, guys, if we do get a break up to the upside, a squeeze this week, and don't actually get the dump, I'm watching this range here. It's going to be coming in between 71,000 to 72,000. It's going to be your dynamic reactor and your quantum reactor. The last time we touched this, right there, no touchy. We touched it right there on January 28th, almost a month ago, and that was a hard rejection again. So watch that level, about $71,000 there on Bitcoin. Let's go and take a look at the metrics here into the crypto. Don't do that. Let's go to the news. Sorry about that. You guys thought, and that's it. That's the end of the show, folks. Appreciate you being here. Now, let's take a look at the metrics here into the Cryptoverse. I got a lot going on in the house right now. I got company that was here this weekend. Good friend of mine, Bobby Wong. OC, you did not have to do that. OC dropping 20 Piper Academy membership gifts. JR picked up one. Oh man, a lot of people. If you guys are getting those, congratulations. Welcome to the alumni. Appreciate you guys. That membership that he just dropped right there in the chat. Let me show you. This membership is what gives you access to everything in our Discord. That's it, $5 a month. So if you're one of the people that just picked this up, congratulations and welcome to the alumni. OC, I appreciate you, brother. You're the dude. You're the dude. All right, so looking at the Cryptoverse metrics, guys. Currently, right now, looking at total crypto market cap, we're at $2.265 trillion. The trend line on this coming in at about $4.9 trillion. We are currently undervalued about 53.82% from fair value. That's that red line running across the chart here. How are we looking for the risk bands and the the Piper plan DCA, dynamic DCA plan that's in the Discord? It is all in the dropped this morning. I dropped everything for, hey, here's your wristbands. Here's our multiplier for dollar cost averaging this week, because we don't just do, because I don't know why he got $1. I don't pick them. YouTube does. Ask them. So we do a dynamic DCA that the deeper it goes down into risk bands, the more of a multiplier we apply to a base DCA. So for example, if you have a $25 weekly DCA and it's at a 4x like it is right now, it's $100 this week. So, and what it's doing is it's loading up that energy. It's building up the lower it goes so that you're actually lowering your average entry lower as you go down, much better than you would if you just did the same amount every week. But it also builds up a lot of energy to the upside. So yeah, right now, setting at 0.30, we're about to go into a 5x DCA. If you guys do not know, now you know. How about Bitcoin dominance? Looking at it with stablecoins sitting at 58.1%. Take away them stablecoins, still sitting at about 66.78%. Although I did see USDT dominance kicking to the upside pretty hard. Let's go take a look at the liquidations in the past 24 hours. According to CoinGlass data, in the past 24 hours, 141,315 traders got liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $500 million, $514 million. Largest single liquidation order was on HTX exchange. It was a Bitcoin trade. Holy balls. $61.5 million liquidated on a single trade. These guys, they're going to learn someday. They're going to learn someday, but evidently, you know what? I'm willing to bet this was Bitcoin that they got for 50 cents a piece back in the day for, clicking some link somewhere. But yeah, $61 million worth of Bitcoin liquidated in a single trade. How are we looking on longs versus shorts right now? Is the market sentiment more bullish or more bearish? Let's take a look. In the last 24 hours, it looks like $31.1 billion in short volume versus 29.8. A lot of more people are feeling short more than long. And that's why I said earlier, don't be surprised if we get a little pop, a little short squeeze come in, just because right now most people are leaning that direction and getting set up into the short world. We got quite a bit here going on. And X marks the spot today. Let's try to keep it organized, but we'll get into this. Fear and Greed Index back at 5, guys. We've only hit this one other time, and this is lower than what we were with the FTX collapse. It's lower than what we were with, the SEC rolling. Like, there's nothing that has sent us this low except for this cycle. The people are just afraid with what's going on in the economy and all of the volatility of, hey, is Trump going to tweet this weekend? So, looking here at the Kabisi letter, this is very concerning. He says, the current population survey response rate is down approximately 64, down to approximately 64%. It's the lowest on record. And what this is a survey that comes out to households that people fill out. Most people are not filling it out anymore. This is the data that the U.S. Labor Department uses to calculate the unemployment rate. Why does this matter? This is why. And other metrics such as underemployment and multiple job holders. Since 2009, this percentage has fallen approximately 30 points and is now even below the 2020 pandemic levels when people didn't open their doors. Fewer people than ever are responding to the survey that the Labor Department uses to publish economic data. As a result, here's the so what. As a result, labor market estimates are built on increasingly incomplete data and are far less reliable than in the past. So what is happening here? Big drop. Just a massive... Look, we have a huge gap in people filling this thing out. So what they're using to give us employment data, as manipulated as the numbers are, and we know this is even worse now because they're actually operating on incomplete data to build that. So key events going on this week. Monday, markets are going to react to Trump's 15% global tariff, and they are. It's a sell-off right now. February consumer confidence data will be coming in tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be a big day. We're going to get NVIDIA earnings reports coming in, and I have a feeling probably going to get some sell-off on that. At least with NVIDIA. Might short NVIDIA that day. Initial jobless claims data is going to come out on Thursday. That's your weekly unemployment filings for the week. And then January PPI inflation data. PP in your eye, as the gang says over there. Let me hear. We get the gang for the Otter gang there. We're going to get that on Friday. Total of 11 Fed speakers talking this week, and we got one of them already this morning, and I got some notes from that. So busy week ahead, and of course, Trump saying, hey, we might be doing war. Waller, who spoke this morning, he said court's tariff ruling unlikely to impact the rate policy. Doesn't really matter there. If February jobs are strong, they may tilt towards pausing rates past March. And then Fed Waller says March rate call hinges on February's labor data. So we'll see what happens there. But as of right now, very high likelihood we see no rate cut in March. Of course, Michael Saylor did buy more Bitcoin, 592 Bitcoin for approximately $39.8 million at $67,286 per Bitcoin, bringing his average price per Bitcoin to $76,020. You guys know all this AI agent stuff going on, Ball and Wallen. I'm sure you've seen this. AI bot Lobster Wild accidentally sent $250,000 to an ex-user. So this Lobster Wild said something about this guy. My uncle has been diagnosed with a tetanus infection due to a lobster like you. I need 4 SOL to get the treatment done. And that bot then sent the guy $250,000, its entire 5% of supply, 53 million token holdings worth $250,000. That the guy that asked for 4 SOL got $250,000. So yeah, be careful, guys. Those AI agents, they have a lot of access to what you give them, and yeah, it's not no bueno, sir, no bueno. What else we got here? I had to click back. Bitcoin closed its weekly. We talked about this last week, the 200-week exponential moving average. Bitcoin did close its weekly below that. This technically means that the EMA has been lost as support. We are back in range with it again right now, but we're still sitting slightly below it. But it's resistance for any upcoming recovery now. So historically, across cycles, when Bitcoin performed a weekly close below the 200-week, followed by a bearish retest, or what we call the OC retest, it would prompt additional bearish acceleration to the downside. Of course, we also look like we're losing a bear flag also, which puts us down around $44,000, guys. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's what it is. Satoshi era well exited after 15 years. He dumped $750 million in Bitcoin. I do think this is some of the sell-off that we had early yesterday. Dormant early miner from the Bitcoin Genesis era has offloaded 11,300 Bitcoin worth $750 million, closing a position that had remained untouched since the network's earliest days. So old wells, which we told you were offloading their Bitcoin, starting to do that again. U.S. President Donald J. Trump told advisors that he's leaning towards an initial strike on Iran in coming days, intended to demonstrate that they must be willing to give up the ability to make nuclear weapons, and that if diplomacy or initial targeted attacks do not lead to Iran giving in to his demands and giving up its nuclear program, he will consider a much bigger attack. And this is the geopolitical stuff that I told you was also having an impact and could take place starting this week. So again, dumpster fire. That's what we have going on. Let's take a look here at the stock side. Let's give it a little refresh. There we go. Dow Jones currently down 1.37%. Guys, that's a pretty big sell-off for the Dow Jones and TradFi in general. Moving to 1.37% is a lot of money. Dow drops 600 points as confusion grows after Trump hikes global U.S. tariffs. So we got tariffs, we got geopolitical war, we've got you name it. Mexico stuff going on. It's just not good. S&P down 0.68% right now, about 0.7%. NASDAQ is down 0.6%. Russell 2K down 1.33. Small caps getting decimated. And the volatility index up 8.75% today, sitting well above that 17 level where things start to get scary to trade. And now it's sitting at 20 points on the volatility index. Of course, on top of that, we got bonds getting bought up. That's why it's red. Means people are buying the bonds. They're lowering the interest level to entice them to buy. So it is getting bought up. People are moving over to the bonds. That is a that is an old school hedging process when people move out of stocks into bonds. Of course, where else do they go? They go to gold and silver. Gold is up 2.76% today, sitting at $5,220 again, moving back into its all-time high levels. And then silver making a rebound of 5.33% today, sitting at $86.73. We'll take a look at both of those here on the charts in a bit. Copper and platinum both slightly down. Palladium making a 1.15% move to the upside, sitting at $1,800. And oil, with all the geopolitical tension going on, sitting at $67.15, up 1%. Of course, natural gas also moving up because we have a lot of winter storms hitting the Northeast right now. If you're up in the Northeast, guys, stay warm. Stay warm. You guys are getting hit. Looking at the crypto bubbles here, Bitcoin currently down about 2.6% on the daily. Ethereum is down 2.5%. XRP down 0.9%. BNB down 1.3%. And then let's take a look here and see what we have for big movers. Solana's down 4.4% today, sitting at number 7. We've got Bitcoin Cash down 6% today. Hyperliquid was down 8.7%. Canton Network holding green on the daily, is seeing some sell-off here in the hour, moving up to number 15 on the market cap. Chainlink is down 3.5% at $8.42. It's sweet spot lately, it seems like. And rounding out top 20 here is Rain, down 1.5%. Looking at the economic calendar, there's that Fed Waller speech that I just talked about this morning, talking about the job number, saying that that's what's going to be the deciding factor for the March rate cut or rate pause. It's February data that's coming out this week and into next week. So big things going on this week. We got factory orders month over month. This actually should be in. Let's refresh this. This should have came in a little while ago. Yep, there we go. Factory orders month over month was 2.7%. They thought it would be slightly down, maybe down just a little bit or more. Came down lower than expectations of 0.5 on consensus, came in at 0.7%. So factory orders slowing down there. Of course, later on this week, we're going to get the President Trump's State of the Union speech. That's another one. Jeez Louise. Dumpster fire coming this week. It's hard telling what he's going to say tomorrow night, guys, but this is going to be 8 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. He's going to be doing the State of the Union. I will be watching this, not live, but I'll be watching it with the wife and seeing what he says, guys, and be prepared for volatility early tomorrow because he can probably shake the markets pretty bad on the overnight. We're also going to be getting on Thursday initial jobless claims. This is your weekly unemployment, and then PPI coming in Friday morning for the month over month and the core PPI month over month, both coming in expected right now to be lower. We will see. I think it actually comes in higher than expected. How about the rate cuts? Is there a good chance that we get a rate cut in March? Probably not, guys. Right now, it looks like we're at a 96% chance of no rate cut in March. And then, of course, the data comes in for bad jobs. That will change this, of course, and make it more likely we do get a rate cut later on, not in March. I don't think we get one in March regardless. But if we get inflation data that comes in, we're going to see it move out where, hey, June may not even see a rate cut. So be prepared for that. And then Bitcoin falls as much as 5%. We just talked about this as Trump tariff moves raise uncertainty. Overall, we did have this plus that well that sold $750 million worth, but Bitcoin fell 5% below $65,000 on Monday after U.S. President Donald J. Trump announced plans to raise global tariffs to 15%. A drop came in as Asian equities rose in early trade. Drink some coffee out of the OG coffee mug. Otter gang. If you guys don't have one of these, you should get one. I love my Otter gang. I'm on here. I'm on this cup, so it's pretty cool. Shout out to the OGs.
Gang.
U.S. crypto firms fell in pre-market trading. Strategy was last seen down 1.64%. Coinbase was also lower, and Robinhood also lower. Block also lower. So it wasn't just Bitcoin prices and the crypto prices. All of the things tied to crypto also taking a hit. Bitcoin saw a sharp sell-off has seen a sharp sell-off since October. We sold everything at 126 here. Sorry if you guys missed it, but yep, I had a strong suspicion. We believe that the sudden uptick in tariff rates is causing investors to sell crypto assets in anticipation of a more serious market decline. There was something else in here. Safe haven demand saw gold trading 1% higher Monday, which is now up even higher than that, showing a strong divergence from Bitcoin, which has often been referred to as digital gold. Yeah, I think that narrative has been debunked pretty hard too. I think that's about it. I am in a bot trade again. I told you guys last week I closed my ETH bot that was selling. It was a short bot, and I did move it over into a Bitcoin one now. It's only a 2x because I do have a feeling we are going to pump a little bit. And this is a grid trade for those that are not familiar with this. If it pumps up, it opens up shorts, adds to it. It ladders up, and then it takes profit as it drops down to the green area. So I already did a 2x one on this. Nothing major, but it is making a little bit of money. It's I've got my money sitting in USDC. It's making money, and then I've got stuff on that bot also making some cash. So let's go take a look at the chat, see what we have over here, and we'll get in and take a look at the gold and silver, stuff like that real fast. DDT, what's up? Pie Bear, he's dropping pie bears in the chat. I appreciate you being here, man. Rashad is also in here. Appreciate you, Rashad. Wick, 589. I was talking about the Wicks earlier. Sounds about right on the rate cut. Yes, sir. State of the Union. Don't you mean the Donald J. Trump State of the Union? I don't understand. That joke may need to be explained to me, or it's too dad for me, Wick. I don't know. But aware and prepared. That's it. If you buy on Amazon and do a refund and make sure that they are refunding the tax. Caught them on 3 different returns this week. Oh, so he's saying if you do a refund on Amazon, make sure they refund you your taxes back also. Interesting. I'll keep an eye on that. Normally, when I have an amount that gets charged, I get that full amount back. I haven't seen that, but good to know. Little public service announcement there for everybody. 30 plus. Let's keep them going. Keep those likes going, guys. If you guys haven't smashed those likes, help me out a lot.
Pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Got to pump those numbers up. Appreciate you guys. All right, let's go take a look at the charts and see what we have sitting over here. Army charts. Let's do that. Let's go to Trading View. And let's go check out the higher time frames here. I am going to be watching the end of this week, guys, is coming up Friday. I'm actually leaving right after the show on Friday to head to Utah. I will be live next week, but I'll be doing it from a hotel room. Got to go take care of some family business up there that happened out of nowhere. So looking right now, though, for the bright green candle to come out this week, guys, we do have the low, mid, and now a bright one would indicate that we're coming into line with bottoms. This has historically been the case on the monthly with the MVP oscillator. Again, bottoms, right? So I am going to be watching to see what happens here on the monthly close. Do we get a bright MVP candle? And I will be letting everyone know what I see on the on over the weekend, because it's going to go closed that night on Friday. So I'll let you guys know what's going on there. But you can see here, this is the 200-week exponential moving average we were talking about. We have officially built a candle below it and closed beneath it here on the weekly. And if you take a look, we now have a new candle. So if this thing comes up, what he was talking about, Kabisi letter, and rejects off of this, that has historically sent us to much lower levels. You can see here we broke beneath it. We came up, got a rejection cleanly on it, and that sent us down for the rest of the bear market. And this has been the case every single cycle is been, if we don't catch support on it and we break below it, then we're looking at lower. And so there's that 200 that was the bottom previous cycle, 2 cycles ago. Last cycle, though, we had a much lower drop after that rejection. So keep an eye on it. That's what we do. No, we're not scared. We're prepared. And how do we prepare? By knowing what's coming and seeing what the possibilities are, weighing those options, and then addressing it as those situations either validate or invalidate themselves. So let's go take a look at gold and look at silver here. Silver has pumped back into its golden pocket or platinum pocket range after a breakout of the symmetric triangle here from Chart Prime Indicators. Came in, gold was holding us, the golden pocket, 1618 into 166. We moved back above, and now we have 2 fair value gaps here. We could pull back into the range here of about $82.99, $83. Catch that dynamic reactor running up through there and also closing out those fair value gaps for more upside. You can see, though, that we are inside of the platinum pocket. We've already come down and done a test right there of that the 1.786, and I am expecting that we will head higher off of this. Taking a look at gold, it is breaking outside of a rising wedge pattern and moving to the upside. So we have a fair value gap that's coming in right there. It's about 5,239 to 5,280. Watch for that to be a rejection zone. We are starting to get a power bar here. Could give us a nice little reset into this area. And then we go up $5,100 being the daily close that I would look for support on that. There is a tiny little CME gap, guys. Tiny. It's a tiny one. It's setting to the upside, and you can see it's this little line. It looks like a line until I zoom it in. Right there. That's the only CME gap that we got this weekend. This is coming from the Friday close. This is about 67.8, 67.7. So $100 gap there. Don't know that it's going to be touched at all. Of course, we are still sitting with CME gaps above us still from 20 January and 30 January up here. Little areas remaining to be closed on that. So lots of stuff going on, though. Lots of stuff going on. All right, guys, let's jump over here. I got friends. They're getting ready to leave, so I need to go see them off because that's what friends do. But yeah, watch these levels, watch these prices, and if we do get further downside, that's expected. If we do move to the upside, CME gaps are going away. They are. CME gaps could be going away. They're going to start doing 24-hour. I don't know that it's going to be going for too long or how long it's going to take to get there, though. But as of right now, they still exist. So, but yeah, be careful. We do get a push to the upside, guys. Again, those levels that I'm watching on the upside move coming in as soon as my indicators load, I would watch for it to be ba 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 ba. That's the daily. That's the daily. Let's see here. You going to load for me? 72,000, I believe. It's not too high from here. It would be nothing but a relief rally to get everybody in and trapped and slayed. So give it 1 second here. I was on the daily. I had to switch it back to the 4-hour. That's what the problem was. Yeah, we're looking at about $71,000 to $72,000 would be the level that I would watch there, guys, for a rally and then rejection off of that. Of course, that is coming in line somewhere in that ballpark of about 68,000 being the 200 week simple moving or exponential moving average. So, which again, if we reject off of that, very much likely seeing more downside. So, guys, be very careful. I'm going to go see my friends off. I'll be back here tomorrow morning, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving you guys the charts, the markets, the headlines, everything you have need to know, because knowledge is profit. And we'll be back here doing that. So, until next time, guys, trade safe. Use some risk management. I'm going to go see my friends off. You guys keep an eye on the charts and be prepared for volatility. Till next time, guys, peace, love, profits. We're out.
That's the rap. Chart stack, data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit,
Gang,
you
gang.
know how we run till the next one. Stay sharp, get it done.
They say money can't buy happiness.
We'll see you at the next
smile on
one.
my
What the fuck they're doing?
Morning market report out, 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 out.
Boom shakalaka.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report out. We'll see you at the next one.
Emotional damage.
Morning market report. Ow.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?